Well, good evening from St. Louis. Here we are looking at what's going on across the area tonight, and not much. The isolated showers and thunderstorms we had during the evening hours have faded. Most of the rain that occurred today, and some of us saw 1 to 3 inches, Lambert more than an inch, pushed us up above for the year by almost 2 inches, but some of us did get 2 to 3 inches. 85 was our top temperature with the morning rainfall across the area. Those morning showers and thunderstorms worked onto the south, eventually ended up down through Alabama, and now they're actually exiting into the Gulf of down by Destin and Panama City Beach in that area. So we still have a couple of stray showers and thunderstorms we saw during the late afternoon, but high pressure is basically building in now from around the Great Lakes. It is pulling the air straight out of northern Canada and bringing it down our way. So that air is very dry, and it's going to be incredibly pleasant here as we go through the next couple of days. I'd say even into Thursday. We'll be a little bit above average temperature-wise by Thursday. But Wednesday is going to be the coolest morning we see. The humidity is definitely dropping off overnight into tomorrow. Lower 80s for highs on Tuesday and Wednesday, and some of us may not even hit 80 degrees. Your morning lows, well, most of us are going to be in the 50s to start out Wednesday morning. And believe it or not, some spots in the outlying areas may be close to 50 degrees. It may end up being the coolest morning some of us see for the entire month. I mean, I know it's only the first day, second day of June here. Seasonable conditions for the next couple of days, but based on your rainfall and the fact that you have some standing water around, the mosquito forecast, it's going to stay in that medium category. Here's your dry air. Starts filtering in here as we head into the overnight hours and through the day on Tuesday. In the afternoon, we kind of mix out a lot of that moisture, so dew points drop back into the 40s. They tend to rise a little bit overnight. But going into Wednesday, this is just absolutely splendid, splendid weather. Now, how about that rainfall? It came down by the buckets early in the morning on Monday. And much of the metro area, especially the northern side of the metro, back out into St. Charles County and into the metro east, this is where we saw some of those 2 to 3 inch values. We also had some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms a little farther east that added into the tally too. Lambert comes in with just over an inch, St. Charles with over an inch. You notice though that some spots like Rolla and Mount Vernon kind of on the lower side. Flora, not as much. Here's the thing, if you were under one of those heavy thunderstorms and got the drenching rains, easily 1 to 2 inches, and Scott Air Force Base 2.24, so locally higher amounts. If you missed out on those heavier rain bands and on those heavier cores in the thunderstorms, then your amounts weren't as impressive. The sad thing is that much of the country right now is abnormally dry into a drought, and that does include the southern parts of our viewing area, especially Reynolds, Iron, Madison County. That's where we have the first stage of drought. But here's the thing. The rainfall over the weekend, this drought monitor came out on Thursday. It was including the rainfall that happened through last Tuesday. So come Tuesday morning, we get the next cutoff. Well, that's going to include some pretty decent rainfall tallies from down to the south and southeast of St. Louis. And so that should put a big dent in the drought situation for areas to our south. Overnight, skies will tend to clear out. The cooler air is filtering in, the drier conditions too. Upper 50s in the coolest spots. Most of us are in the low to mid 60s getting out the door tomorrow morning, but we do so with plenty of sunshine, and we're back into the lower 80s for highs. Some of us may stay in the 70s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday. Some. But most of us are going to be pretty close to 80, give or take a degree or two. We should get back into the mid-80s on Thursday. The humidity's working back in. By the time we get into Thursday night, and especially into Friday and through the weekend, with the humidity back in here and the warm temperatures, that's when we expect to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms develop. One would think that during the heat of the afternoon into the evening hours, that would be the prime time. But we also have a front that's going to come in here and kind of stall out across the region, and it'll be close enough to us to keep those rain chances going into the beginning of next week. So how about your weekend? Well, again, the favored times, afternoon and evening. Initially, more north and west of St. Louis, but by Saturday morning, we may have some showers and thunderstorms around. And the chances will continue Saturday on into Saturday night, Sunday, the focus seems to be just to the west and to the north of St. Louis, but then as the day progresses, it moves back our way. Will it rain all weekend? Well, there's probably a decent amount of dry time for this upcoming weekend, but we're going to fight the same battle this coming weekend that we just fought this past weekend, where some of us are going to have to deal with downpours. Don't think we're going to be looking at much of a severe weather threat here. The ingredients aren't there for that, but the ingredients will be there for some downpours for some of us. But it doesn't look like it's a continuous rain situation and not a washout. At least that's what it's looking like now. We'll keep updating the forecast as we get closer.